Good morning. It is a sunny, warm summer day in New England. 3rd of July. Tomorrow's the big day. With Danny and Donnie, and we are doing some recapping today. We are at a site that Danny and I hit probably 2 years ago. Relic Road. This is where I got my 2-cent piece, and what else did I get? That aluminum Stafford token. And I'm standing up at the quarry. Let's get the video started. We'll take a look at the quarry and get my day started. So one of the things I found in my wanderings in this site, up on a ridge, very close to the home, was something you don't see too often, and this is a very good example of one, and I pointed this out in the video from 2015, but this is a quarry that they would come in here, and these rocks are cut into striations basically naturally, and they'd come in and they'd pry them out, and you can see where they last left off, and you can see all the far wall here, how much they've actually done over the years. This is a huge area. I'm not going to walk down in it today because we've had a lot of rain this year and that thing's full of muck. I'm probably going to disappear. But Danny and Donnie are at the home site way down the hill over there. Time for me to get my gear on and join them. Alright, and I'm on the board with a find. Nothing spectacular, but it's better than nothing. Let's take a look. And it's tough to tell, but right in this area there is the main cellar hole. And this was a huge one. This guy did really well for himself. You can see Donnie working the other side of it, but I'm down slope. Ding! That's where I'm at. And there's my first find for the day. I'll get a peek-see at it. I get the phone to focus on something today. There we go. 2-piece iron button. It did not hit very high. It was very jumpy. I was expecting junk, but I dug it anyway. It's in with some nails. That's a very good MXT. Good girl. Let's go find something real. Well, it's been a good hour or so since I dug that little 2-piece iron button. Place is slow. I've walked from one end to the other, and I'm just starting to come back down Relic Road here. And this is actually where I got a bunch of my finds, where I'm standing right now. And there behind me is the way out of the property, but about 16 VDI. Maybe 6 inches down. I thought it was going to be a shotgun shell or something stupid, but it might be a nickel. And there she is. Kind of thin for a nickel though, but it's too low to be a penny. Penny should be giving me 70s. This is only 16, so it may be some crusty old nickel. I just don't see anything on it for detail. I'll probably keep playing with it as the day goes on and see what it is later. Alright, still marching down Relic Road here. It's been pretty slow. Dug a couple pieces of junk I didn't think you wanted to see. Confirmed that was a V-nickel. It's a very toasty V-nickel. Dan's got a nicer example out of this site. Next tone was coming up right at shotgun shell level, and I was expecting a shotgun shell, but I got a little something. And I got that guy. Spoon handle, minus the spoon. Nothing fancy. If it was something nice, it would have rang up higher. Thin one, like coin silver, but not enough high enough tone to be silver. So, yeah, I don't see anything on it. Alright, let's get back to digging. So, I am still hopping and bopping down Relic Road here. It's my only finds. For some reason, I missed stuff on the first trip here, so I'm going to stay in Relic Road. Here's my next target. Still in the clump. Let's flip the phone around and dig it up. Alright, and there she is in the patch of light there. I have no idea what this is. It's firmly encased in the clump. So let's break it out together. And it is a button. Neato. Alright, let's dump the clump and take a look at it. And there's what I wound up with. I got a lot of glare. I can't tell if the phone is in focus or not. But soil here is a little wet. This is a very crusty button. But on this side, the shank got crimped over. It's actually retaining a piece of the cloth. And that'll look a little different once the button dries out. Slow day, but we'll take that. And let's keep going. Well, there's my next dig out of Relic Road here, and I have no clue what that is. The sun quit moving around. Made out of lead or pewter. The top of a bottle or something. I don't know what the heck that is. Very unusual. Maybe Sensei Dan will know. Whoa, doggy. Finds are going super slow for me today. Danny's got the hot coil today. He's got all kinds of neat stuff, and I think the last thing he dug was a Connecticut seal button around the war 1812. That was a nice find here. I am down in the lower end of the property along the road here. I am just on the ragged edge of somebody's private property, but let's take a look at what I just dug. And right literally in the middle of the road is this here pocket watch. And I know I've dug one of these before. I recognize the initials on it. It's made in Waterbury. It was W. Weil something or other. I forget. I haven't dug one of these in, oh Jesus, over a year and a half. I think October 2015 is when I found a smaller version of this pocket knife. But I can see Waterbury. I just can't remember the name off the top of my head. Obviously, it'll wind up in the corner here somewhere. So, here's the cellar hole up there. I am kind of wandering down on the road on the side that it can dig that's not private property. And let's keep going. Well, maybe my luck's turning around a little bit here. Just 2 minutes after that pocket knife, I got myself a buttony tone, and I got my first piece of 1700s today. And I'm kind of working, now I'm working the edge of the road where the stone wall would have been. And this is about 4 or 5 inches down. And you can see nice little flat spot there. That's going to be a tomback. Yep. Old dirty old tomback, and the shank's intact. That is nice. Little trip to the 1700s today. It was slow going. Hopefully we can get more of these. Yeah, I'm still working the Relic Road here. See it kind of meandering up behind me. Can't go too long in New England without digging one of these up. An old CCR, and that's size to me, I think. Nice. Back to digging. Gorgeous sunny day. Beautiful summer day. Let's get back at it. Well, I am still working my way down the lower end of Relic Road here, and I got a little hot streak. Not that anything's spectacular, but I got something a little interesting out of the hole now. And here's the road that I've been working down, essentially. Got the knife up there, I got the tomback over there, and this is all private property on this side, so I can't go on this side of the wall, but sliding all the way down here. If I can get some sunlight on this. That's an unusual piece. Hitting real low, so I know it's made out of lead. It's about 16 to 20. I thought it was going to be a shotgun shell because it was super shallow, but it's like a little coat of arms. If I can find a band of sunlight that'll agree with this thing. Very interesting. I have no clue what this is, other than it's old. Neat. I'll bring it up to Sensei Dan. Maybe he can figure what this is too. Back to digging. Alright, we actually moved on from Relic in the Road site and came up to another site we've never hit before. And it looks like a real early site. There's really no stone around the hole, and it's in a really weird place. We'll take a look at that, and we'll take a look at the coin I just dug. Oh my god. Alright, so here's the site that we found, and you can see there's really no stone around to speak of. It's on the edge of a hill, or I should say on the slope of a hill. But we're pretty sure it is his home site. An early one at one point. Donnie dug a nice axe head right there, and there's nothing else around here. I started wandering up the hill to a stone wall that runs across there, and we'll take a look at what I just dug. Alright, there's that cellar hole we were just looking at, and I literally started wandering, no direction, up the hill and got this far. Nice 89, 88 tone. And that turned out to be the coin. We're going to have to get in the shade and look at it, but it's a very clean braided hair set. Let's get in the light and look at it. And hopefully I'm getting this good here. I don't know how Kurt does this so well. 1843. This has got to be one of my nicest coppers ever. That is in great shape. Beautiful, beautiful coin. That was a nice 88, 89 tone. I was hoping for silver, but these braided hairs are a lot thicker and they ring up pretty good, so I'm not complaining at all. That really bailed my day out. I had a few good finds, but that is gorgeous. Let's see if we can get this day finished. Alright, we're at our final spot of the day here. It's about 6 o'clock. We're not going to be here too much longer. This is a spot that Dan's dug buttons out of before. There's my first one. I'm just on a bicycle trail, literally. What's left of the cellar hole is actually behind the camera over there. Maybe we'll take a look at that, but hopefully we'll get a little something else. I think Donnie Boy, we got a big old dandy button, so there's some potential here. Here's a quick look at what's left of that cellar hole. It's like pushed in from behind to where the whole front end's just chock full, but it's right along this hiking trail. Surprisingly, nobody's found it because Dan came up here, dug a bunch of buttons, and we're having a little bit of luck. So, day's almost over. Let's see if we can dig something else. Let's curse you with a live dig.
Oh no.
Let me come on over and curse Donnie's. Oh, come on, I got a pull tab too. That was a nice sounding pull tab.
3 pull tabs.
Oh, Donnie's on the spot. Pinpointing like a big dog. What you got?
I don't know yet. Probably an oxen shoe.
I think those ring up like coins. Can them?
Yeah,
Oh,
they
it's
do
out,
for me.
It's out the hole.
It's got to be a nail.
Dun, 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 dun. Gotta be a nail because it's eluding you. No.
It's a coin. No, it's a button. It's a button. No. Well, it's bigger than a cuff.
Nice big squashed shank on her. Anything on the other side? Look at how offset that shank is too.
Yeah.
Not terribly, but it looks like it's a little off.
I don't know if there's anything on it.
Alrighty.
Third button.
You. Alright, boys and girls, the hour groweth late, and I think we're going to boogie out of here. It's getting late. Poor Donnie's got a 2-hour drive back to New York, and tomorrow's 4th of July, so I got to get plenty of sleep so I can drink tomorrow. I hope everybody else had a happy 4th of July, because it's a couple weeks after. It felt great to get back in the woods for a really long dig. It's been a few months since I've done that, and hopefully I'm back on track with digging. I'll see you guys in a couple of weeks with something else.